Welcome to Eerie Bites of History, your daily serving of strange bites of the past. Today we have a skeleton in a castle, a woman swallowed up by the earth, and a child who walked away from a desert, all of which happened on July 15th. Let's begin. On July 15th, 1982, a renovation crew working deep inside the medieval fortress of Houska Castle in the Czech Republic made a disturbing discovery behind a sealed stone wall. As they carefully broke through, they unearthed a human skeleton, chained upright, mouth gaping open, as if it was frozen in a final scream of absolute terror. The skeleton had no identifying documents, no cloak, no artifacts, only century-old shackles binding it to the stone. The wall it was hidden behind showed no record of its construction in the castle blueprints or any historical accounts, but the location of the find was truly unnerving. Directly above the ancient pillars of Houska Castle, infamous for a pit that legends claim is a gateway to literal hell. Built in the 13th century, possibly not just to defend from invaders, but to trap something beneath it, Houska Castle has been long since the center of Czech folklore. Stories tell of winged beasts rising from the abyss, strange creatures half man, half beast, and monks who went mad after just one night inside. The castle was built to contain evil, not to protect from it. And now the presence of this chained, hidden corpse above the pits raised even darker questions. To this day, the skeleton's identity remains unknown, and there are no known record of its burial. Some believe that it was a human sacrifice, an offering not to appease but to trap. Whatever this person saw before they died, it terrified them so deeply that their face still bears the imprint of fear hundreds of years later. Was this a prisoner of man, or something far worse? On July 15th, 1981, 17-year-old Lucia Morales was attending morning mass in a small church in the highlands of Guatemala when the ground suddenly gave way beneath her. A massive sinkhole wide enough to swallow a bus opened up without warning, pulling her and several others into the earth. While the others were tragically killed in the collapse, Lucia was the only one unaccounted for. For 4 days, search teams combed the wreckage, assuming she had died in the fall. But on the 5th day, the rescue worker heard a faint banging, followed by a girl's voice calling for help. Miraculously, Lucia was found alive, dehydrated and bruised, but conscious and buried nearly 80 feet below the surface. What she told rescuers left them stunned. According to Lucia, she had landed in a strange system of dry tunnels, unnaturally smooth, lined with stone walls that didn't match the surrounding geology. She said there was no light source, yet she could somehow see. She could hear a voice chanting low, rhythmic tones, echoing through the stone, like monks in an unseen temple. She was never able to find the source of the chanting, and no one ever came near her. But after rescuers and geologists conducted a full site survey, no tunnels were found, just collapsed limestone and solid rock. There were no chambers or passageways. According to science, Lucia should have been crushed, but she survived in a place that officially doesn't exist. Was it a hallucination, born of trauma, or did Lucia stumble upon something much older, much stranger, hiding beneath the surface of our world? On July 15, 2002, a small private aircraft carrying 6 passengers went down in the remote Sudanese desert after suffering engine failure during a sandstorm. All adults on board were instantly killed except for one unlikely survivor, 5-year-old Amal Curry. For 4 days, she wandered the wasteland alone, in temperatures soaring above 110 degrees. No food, no shade, no sign of civilization for miles. When the search teams finally located the wreckage, they were shocked to find Amal alive, barely dehydrated, sitting calmly beneath a makeshift canopy of a bush. What she told rescuers chilled them to the bone. She claimed that a woman of starlight visited her each night. This glowing tall figure spoke no words, but brought her water in a clay bowl, and shaded her from the sun during the day. She said the woman's skin shimmered like the moon. No animals or heat came near her when the woman was close. Investigators initially dismissed this as childhood fantasy, but then came the footprints. Rescue teams found a set of 2 prints in the sand. One belonged to Amal, the other, significantly larger, barefoot, was just a few paces behind her, never leaving. The second set stopped abruptly near where she was found, vanishing without a trace. So who or what was watching over her in the desert? Was it a mirage of the mind, or something far older? Like your history snack-sized? Drop a comment with your favorite bite and subscribe. Join us daily for your eerie dose of the past.